Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel if you're old school. Welcome to the channel if you are a new member. So this week we are going to be doing a DPM week. So what I'm going to be doing is every day this week I am going to be doing the highest, a video of the highest DPM tank in each tier. So today we're going to be looking at tier 4, tomorrow tier 5, the next day tier 6 and 7 and 8, etc. So this is what's going to happen for this week. Next week we're going to do another DPM. So this week's going to be the highest DPM week. And then next week is going to be the lowest DPM week. So what I'm doing is I'm actually scheduling these videos to release because they're going to release whilst I am on a vacation in Cuba. So by the time this tank releases, this video releases, I will be living it up in the sunshine in Cuba. So I won't be able to see your comments, any of your comments, because I don't think I'm going to get any internet out in Cuba. But I'll definitely read them when I get back. So back to this video. So tier 4, the highest DPM tank in tier 4 is this tank here. It's an ugly looking tank and it is the M3 Lee. It's a nice tank actually. It's not too bad. The only thing with the M3 Lee, it is very tall. So you can't get into those hold down positions because you have got no armor whatsoever, and just look how big those hatches are on top. So you are going to get pretty much penetrated from anything on the field, but it does have a nice gun. It has a 7.8 seconds reload, but it's still a very, very nice gun. The speed is okay. I mean, the speed's not too bad. The only downfall with the M3 Lee, and well, just got wrecked there. The only really downfall with the M3 Lee is it hasn't got a turret. So it's a medium tank without no turret. So you have to always face the enemy when you are shooting, and that really makes the tank suffer. As I've said, it's got a nice gun. The armor isn't nothing. You're not really going to penetrate. You're not going to bounce anything. 178 damage there into the scavenger. But again, I'm spotted, so he takes me out. And we're just going to fast forward. 1100 damage in a tier 5, which we could have got a little bit more if I wouldn't have took the shot from the scavenger and this SU. But we are going to win, and it's not so bad for a tier 5 game. So 23,000 credits. 1100 damage. We do finish top damage, which is good to be in bottom tier. We shoot 7 and we pen 7. So next up, Mirage. This time we are in a tier 3 matchup, and there is only 2 tier 4s. But as I've said, the armor isn't great. Even tier 3s can penetrate you, so you do have to be careful. And there is a lot of tier 3s that are quite quick. So you need to either have your team around you or you need to have hard cover, because if they get around you, then you really are going to suffer. So here we have the D2, and as I've said, the penetration is quite nice. We do get a clutch bounce there. Excuse me. We do get a clutch bounce there, but now we have the D2 to our left. He is a one-shot, so I really wanted to take him out. And we have a Panzer III that is pushing into us. And again, as I've said, we've got a big hill here, which we can use. But your hatch on top is just so big that you can't... It shows before your gun shows. You're getting shot before you can even see the enemy tanks. Now, I am going to take a few shots here from the Panzer B2, but that means I can take out this Panzer III, which is now just 4 HP, and our DW2 can take him out. So we do need to switch to APCR here. We could probably maybe pen his weak spots with the AP, but we just want to guarantee the pen. He has great rate of fire, good armor, and he is just going to penetrate me all day long. My driver is now busted, but I do have my team DW2 behind me for protection, and we are now a 6 versus 5. So we want to try and get, and as I've said, we want to try and get that shot in, but before I can even get my gun down, he is shooting that big hatch. Now, I didn't want to back up here because by the time I back up with the rate of fire of his tank, he's probably going to shoot me twice or 3 times before I can get over that hill. So I just thought, no, screw this. I'm just going to rush him. I'm going to reload before he can take me out, which we do. But I am now very, very low hit points. But there is only 2 tanks left alive. The M5 Stuart, which is only on 9 HP, and one other tank, which I think could be AFK. We're going to find out any moment now. And it is the AMX 40. And is he AFK? Yes, yes he is AFK. So we're just going to farm a little bit of damage. We're going to reload, leave him on 39 HP, give him a little bit of a ram. Unfortunately, we don't manage to ram him again before our DW2 can take him out. So again, first class, 14,000 credits, which is not bad considering we had to shoot a bit of pramo on the Panzer B2. Top damage by miles, 1300 damage. So last up, again, it is a tier 3. And we're on Fort Despair. So we're going to push the middle, just like I do with pretty much any tank on this map, unless I am something like a Death Star or a Grill. I do like pushing this cap in the middle, but for now we're just going to wait to see if anything's spotted before I make my move. At the moment, nothing's spotted. I have my team behind me. If you look at the mini-map, I have my team behind me, so I'm going to make the decision just to poke forward, because if they then rush, my team are behind. But what you got to remember is this is tier 4. Tier 4, tier 3. So your team are going to be full of newer players that don't know the game very well. So they might not be able to protect you just like if it was like a tier 10 battle on this map. So you do need to take into consideration. Now we do spot a Kenny on the right of us, so we're going to wait to see if we can get a shot, but he's not poking out, he's hiding behind the rock, and I get a nasty 156 damage into my side, and that happens quite a lot, especially if you're front line. But now we're just going to hide. The Panzer 3A decides to do a YOLO move. He's now a one shot, so we're going to reload and we're going to take him out. So he didn't last very long. And now there is 2 tanks. There is an AC Sentinel also, which has a great rate of fire. I think it's about 3-second reload. So again, we're just going to go into cap. We don't want to cap, but we just want to hide from the tanks to the right, and we want to take out this B1, who is now a one shot. So we can take him out. We do need to be careful of the DW2. He can cause a little bit of damage to me. So we want to take out this Matilda, who is very well armoured, but not so much armoured when he is side onto us. So that is now 3 tanks down. We've got 1 tank down, and I'm on 2 kills. It's only 700 damage. We don't finish with great damage here. The AC-1 Sentinel is a one-shot, so we do want to take him out as he is a dangerous target. So we take him out for our 3rd kill, and now we are just going to rush the Kenny. We don't know where the TD is, but we do know where the DW2 is. So I know that there's not two tanks that is camping at the back. So I decide to rush this Kenny. Nice 139 ram kill, and we reload just before our M5 Stuart does. So now we can rush in with the team. It's a 6-on-3. The DW2 is losing hit points, and we're still not sure where the last remaining TD is. And again, I think we are going to find that TD AFK. So, but we're gonna try and get rid of the DW2. Before we try and go for the AFK. So we're going to get 1 shot in on the DW2. We miss, so we're just going to wait. We're not going to go for the AFK just yet, because the DW2 is a very, very strong tank, so he still needs taking out. So we get 1 shot into him. We leave him on 17 HP, and now my team should be absolutely fine to deal with him. Although if I stayed there and faced him, I probably would have killed him. But our DW2 takes him out anyway, and we can then just poke forward. You can see this M5 Stuart trying to block him from his team just to try and get the damage. So that is the M3 Lee. It's an okay tank, but without that turret, it really is a hard tank to play. But hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Tomorrow is tier 5. I hope to see you there. I'm Meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you soon.